Um, blank slate, do you call it blank slate leadership or blank slate? You have a great philosophy there on how you approach people, how you assess people. Blank slate, what do you mean there?
Yeah. So, whether it's blank slate leadership or just a blank slate philosophy of life. So, a long time ago, I decided after having some negative interactions with some people that I had to decide whether I was going to let that get me down and change my view of the world or the view of business, say, and spend the rest of my life trying to protect myself and anticipate somebody stabbing me in the back or doing me wrong or whatever. And the other path that I contemplated was, let's just say that whatever I just experienced was not typical, was not something that's going to happen all the time. And the majority of people that I run into are going to be honest and have integrity and tell the truth. And, they may fail, but at least they'll have all those kind of core values. And I just decided, I said, I think I want to live in a world that looks like the second one. And it might be naive, but I decided to move forward, and everybody I met, every business person I interacted with, any employee that I hired, I gave them the benefit of the doubt, probably to some excess in some ways, and looked at them as a blank slate. They got to define their character, their values, their impact by their actions, by their behaviors, and I let that kind of happen. So if they did things that were detrimental to their performance, if they degraded some of those value concepts, I would see it, and they were kind of chipping away at their own statue. But I always started off with, "You're great. You know what you're doing. You're an expert. You're honest, and let's go forward." And I think I shared with you probably about 20% of the time for the last 20 years. Um, that didn't pan out. I've only been sort of harmed once or twice. It wasn't devastating, but that's okay. I'd rather do that once in a great while and live optimistically and look at people, at face value, and then wait to see how it plays out with them.
Yeah, that's another key trait of leadership is optimism, as you just mentioned. You have to be optimistic, even in the face of black swan events or in the face of adversity. You have to be optimistic, and I think the optimistic leader is the one who also has longevity. The optimistic leader is the one who's going to be in a leadership role as long as he or she wants to be. That's glass half full, however you want to characterize it. You have to see the positive that according to a friend of mine, Sue Bingham, who wrote a book about this, 95% of the workforce bring this good moral and ethical character and this high degree of trust and this willingness and this wanting to do the right thing. And so I love that blank slate concept that you have.